You're watching WCCB News Now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Nicole Madden. Today is Monday, July 8th, and here's what you need to know weather-wise. Well, Hurricane Beryl made landfall at around 5 o'clock Eastern time. This storm here is Category 1 hurricane and strengthened up until landfall and remains a hurricane as it sits just 30 miles to the southwest of Houston. It's bringing heavy rain, significant storm surge potential here for the Texas coast, and damaging winds that have knocked out power to more than 1 million people in southeast Texas. And it's going to continue to bring these impacts across southeast Texas and even into East Texas throughout the day today. That hurricane warning remains in effect for those coastal communities, with a tropical storm warning in effect for areas even north of Houston. As we move through the next couple of hours, expecting that storm surge to settle by later this evening, but a storm surge warning remains in effect for the southeast Texas coast. We could see up to 7 feet of storm surge for those areas here highlighted in orange between Houston and Corpus Christi. Now, not only is that life-threatening storm surge a big concern, but the winds have knocked out power here to many in southeast Texas, and they continue to howl. The strongest wind gust here out of Lake Jackson, 85 miles per hour. We did have an 81 mile per hour gust for Houston earlier this morning as well, and we're going to continue to monitor those gusts as this system moves to the north. Now, it is going to weaken by later this evening, expecting this storm to be a tropical storm here as it moves into northeast Texas, through the Arklatex early tomorrow into the Mississippi Valley and gradually the Ohio Valley here by midweek, where remnants of Beryl will continue to move off towards the north and east. But it's also going to be bringing up a lot of tropical moisture, and that is going to lead to an increase in humidity locally. You'll notice here even this morning already feeling muggy. It's going to get a lot worse here as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs today topping out in the upper 80s thanks to the extra cloud cover, but feeling more like the mid to upper 90s with that moisture that's going to be hanging around. Afternoon thunderstorms each day through the end of the week. That's your latest weather-wise forecast. Over to you, Lauren, with our updated headlines.
All right, Nicole, thank you. Starting with breaking news, everyone is okay after a fire in North Charlotte was started by lightning. CFD got the call just after midnight this morning. Nobody was home at the time of that fire. Investigators say it started in a small loft over the garage and then spread to the attic. The home also had no working smoke detectors. The Red Cross is helping the 6 people who were displaced. Well, long waits, long lines, and lots of delays. People traveling through Charlotte Douglas got a taste of it all this weekend. On Sunday, getting into the airport was also a problem for people who were stuck in long lines of traffic. Travelers also experienced long wait times trying to pick up checked luggage, with many waiting for an entire hour. Many flights were delayed and even canceled. WCCB counted at least 25 flights that were delayed between 30 minutes to an hour.
Was originally supposed to go to RDU, but the weather and then some complications in Oklahoma City had a 6-hour delay, and now we're in Charlotte. But thankfully I got family here, so everything's going to be good.
That's why I come early, because just in case anything, and I was not expecting an hour traffic, but everybody's going crazy as it is. So
now already today we're seeing 30 delays and 31 cancellations at Charlotte Douglas. The body of a missing swimmer has been found at Lake Norman. According to police, the body was located around 11 o'clock Saturday night. Search crews used sonar and a drone sub to find the man who had been missing since Thursday night. Officials say the drowning happened near the sandbar west of the Bethel Church Road Peninsula. No information has been released about the man, including his name or cause of death. A family from South Carolina is desperately looking for help to get their loved one home from Europe. Grace Bradley went on a long planned trip to Italy last month and suffered a stroke while overseas. Bradley became paralyzed as a teenager and is confined to a wheelchair. Her grandmother took the first flight she could find to Italy to help her granddaughter, but due to Bradley's current condition, she can't fly commercial back to the U.S.
We tried our hardest to talk her out of going, and but at the same time, we don't want to hold her back either, because that wouldn't be healthy. She just wants to be independent, like anybody else.
A GoFundMe has been set up to help raise money for Grace. So far, the family has raised nearly $30,000. Well, heads of state from around the world are arriving in Washington, D.C. today. The city is hosting the NATO summit for the first time in 25 years. The summit marks the 75th anniversary of the military alliance that began after World War II. Some analysts say President Biden's candidacy could be the main focus instead of foreign policy. A gas station manager in Oakland, California is angry after dozens of people ransacked his business. Now, it happened around 4:30 Friday morning. The station manager says a crowd attending a nearby sideshow broke in and began ransacking and looting the gas station. The manager believes between 80 and 100 people took part after they were told they weren't allowed inside. The manager says the gas station was only offering window service at the time, which is normal for the gas station's hours. Owners estimate the damage and theft totals more than $100,000. If you're not watching us on the WCCB News app, be sure to download it and join us back here tomorrow morning starting at 9:15.